Everyone, and welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. Same old she-ish vibes today. Just remember, I'm not actually a woman, and we'll be square. What else? Let me go to the TARDIS and a few other bits and bobs of popping in to say hello to different people. If that's all right with you. I know we are we're 2 minutes late, so that's not terrible in terms of getting lateness square. Use the Minotaur. I haven't gone to Minotaur in quite a while. Probably should. Vibe. Okay, so my plan, Greyhawk has a capital G. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, yes. Oh, D&D Mad Libs. Okay, D&D Mad Libs is a thing that exists. Okay, good to know. In any case, welcome. We just did a few last minute boppity bops to tell everyone we're streaming. In case anyone wants to come say hi. I know sometimes people are busy and don't want, but, you know, it's always good to tell people you're streaming so that they can come by if they want to come by. Not that one. I might pop in and say hi to everyone later, but, yeah. No, my own server, that's the one. I'm not sure if I... So, yes. Okay. So, hi there and welcome. Today is Greyhawk Day. Let me, just check the Principality of Ulick real quick. So, for those of you who don't know about Greyhawk, which, feel free to say so in the chat, because this is honestly the best part. Introducing Greyhawk to people is like a vibe, and... Alright. Yeah, so, okay, let me bring up Anna's map as well. What we might be able to do. Also, Anna B. Meyer is amazing, and actually, she has a virtual Greyhawk Con, Majiggy What's It, a mapping show, on Friday, for virtual Greyhawk Con. She's mapping stuff, so, I won't be streaming on Friday, because it's virtual Greyhawk Con, but, a lot of other cool Greyhawk people will be streaming, so I'm going to put links to their, streams on the Discord, when we do, stuff like that, but, let's see, we want the easy zoom. Flanass and Hempenland, okay. Beautiful. Okay. Ta-da. Empire of the... Ooh. Greyhawk, domain of Greyhawk. Celatane is land graftum of Celatane, which technically dissolved, I think, or got scooched into Greyhawk proper. It's a whole thing. Also, we should go to, Hardby. Virtual Greyhawk Con. Also, let me find the, 2022. That's the one we want. I kind of want... Oh, an early Order of Ulick. I kind of want an Order of Ulick shirt. I don't know what color that... Okay. But I'm planning on doing that with not to ogle shirts, although I could use a few shirts. So I'm planning on doing that. Also, I always eat when I stream, for those of you who aren't familiar with the stream. The point on that was, let's discuss that later. It's fine. Was to do this and post in the chat if you are, here. If you're not here, I probably should, okay, wait, no, later. We'll do that later. Well, we're not streaming. But, yeah. Everyone should go to Virtual Greyhawk Con, because it's, what, $5? And if you just want to watch, there's a schedule there. So if you can't, you don't want to spend, I'll spot people $5 to go. Honestly, it's kind of awesome. Okay. Oh, hey, we got more people. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we're gonna, so now we have a map of Greyhawk up. Well, a map of Orth, I should say. Greyhawk is this city right here. Free City of Greyhawk, which is part of the domain of Greyhawk. The land graftum of the Celatane was actually a huge, it's part of the domain of Greyhawk. There's kind of a chunk between them, actually. Oh, wait. Grostegrodel. We'd actually never, let me check something. If Grostegrodel has a, okay, how to spell Grostegrodel? That is in Grosse. Hang on. Grottel. No. Okay, it doesn't have a page. Let me double check the Grottel. Grosse. Okay, we found a town that does not have a let me see. It's a okay. So, let's go to the domain. Let's start with City of Greyhawk and then Free City of Greyhawk. This one. Free City Guild of Wizardry is, in fact, City of Greyhawk box set. Okay, that's a weird, I feel like we need to do something about this formatting, but also we need to do something with this, and I don't know how to do that. Okay. Domain of Greyhawk. Pretty City of Greyhawk, also known as Greyhawk City or simply the Free City. Often called Gem of the Flyness. Alright. Okay. I don't know if we need that, but... Oh, hey! Wow! Apparently we got 4 people watching, which is great. You guys are awesome. Say hi in the chat. I highly encourage you to do so. Also, I'm on the Free City because it's a specific, I just found a town that didn't have that I was curious about, that doesn't have a Wikipedia entry, and I'm trying to see if I can suss up, informational, like maybe it's spelled slightly differently in here than it is on the map, and then we can tweak it or something. We're just gonna see what I can find. That's what you do when you find stuff that's not in the wiki. You tweak around and see. You search the neighboring geographical areas and see if there's some mention, like with the history of Ulick and the Pormage and why. And a whole hot mess of history, which was not mentioned on the history of the Principality of Ulick, even though they controlled the entire Pormage. You know. But yeah. But if you'd rather discuss any other area of the Flanaess, any other any other random town or place, or like Veluna or anything like that, you want to read up on Hamlet, see what's what, like, or Blackwall Keeper, So, near domain. Okay, Landgraft and the Celoten is a whole, I feel like we need to figure this out. But anyway, if you'd rather do another part of the Flanaess, I am always open to suggestion, because today's Greyhawk Day, and we're just vibing. Also, you should go to not National Greyhawk Con, Virtual Greyhawk Con. It's actually international. Fun fact. And actually, Phoenix Iwaki, who is a very cool person on YouTube, is doing a thing with that. Oh, okay. Apparently all the viewers went away, so I'm scaring people off. I'm sorry. We'll go back to doing Greyhawky stuff. But, yeah. Powerful city-state located in central Flanaess. The word Greyhawk is often used to reference those lands controlled by the Free City, though the proper term for the entire development is the domain of Greyhawk, which is up here linked. The Greyhawk campaign setting created by Gary Gygax in the 1970s takes its name from the city and the most widely developed setting for the Dungeons & Dragons, and was the most widely developed, until the Forgotten Realms, and now we just get Forgotten Realms stuff, and we don't get Greyhawk stuff, and we don't get freaking Eberron, which is super cool, and also freaking all the Dark Sun, and there's a lot of fun ones that don't get developed nearly enough. Anyway, Greyhawk was named for the small Greyhawks, which populate the region, originally trading outpost on the Celoten, which is the river, specializing in local wood and woven garments, which was known by that name early in the, as early as 300 Iridian reckoning, which is negative 315 common year. In time, the town developed strong textile and meatpacking industries. From the earliest days, Greyhawk was ruled by a warlord who took the title Landgraft of the Celoten. So, Landgrafdom of the Celoten is the domain of the Landgraf of the Celoten, I think, is part of that, which is as it's marked on the map. Ooh. Apparently I have lots of viewers, which is great. I don't mind people lurking. Absolutely don't think that I mind at all. If you just want to hang out and watch, that's fine. But I do encourage people to say hi in the chat because it makes it more interesting. But yeah, let's see. There's that. Ooh, what's Ogre's Bend? Bet there's a story there. Okay, let's, for the earliest days, the first Landgraf's son was then married to the Gynek of Heartbeat's daughter. The Nebules formalized a political alliance that served as the basis for rule over Landstad of the Celoten, the area that eventually became known as the Domain of Greyhawk. Right. Okay, so the Landgrafdom and the Domain of Greyhawk are one and the same. Okay, in 4 common year, Greyhawk came under the dominion of the Kingdom of Yerdi, the Great Kingdom, and remained so while the Overkings ruled from Malachite Throne and Roxas. The Great Kingdom influence over the city began to wane during the 3rd and especially the 4th centuries as House of Rax declined and the Overkings to cold and distant provinces became increasingly tenuous. There's the fall of the Great Kingdom is a whole thing. Approximately 310, the mage, Zagig, yes, emerged from the Wild Coast and bribed his way onto the seat of the directing oligarchy. Yes, Zagig is there's a lot on Zagig. We did a whole couple episodes of, streams on Zagig and his shenanigans. He ended up becoming a god, god of magic. And in 320, they elected him as Lord Mayor. Subsequently rose to fame and prominence under the leadership of Lord Mayor Zagig. He instituted the legal reform, developed new currency, fortified the walls, founded the city's first university, and embarked on a major building program. Most notably, he directed the construction of nearby Castle Greyhawk, which is where the city got its name. And the whole setting, basically because the whole setting started with Castle Greyhawk, and the dungeons underneath it, and then spiraled out into a lot. An entire world of Orth. They started spelling his name with a Y. It became increasingly erratic over time. His rule is generally considered to be the most effective in the Free City's history and brought widespread prosperity to the region, much to the annoyance of divers and other rival cities. Okay, where is divers? Hang on. I just want to check something. Where is divers? Free land of divers. Free city and political state in the central Flyness. Officially is the free and independent city of divers, while the political state is known as the free lands of divers. Okay. Oh, I see. The free and independent city, and then the lands around it is the free lands. Okay. Divers is up here. So it's actually like way... Okay, so the border between the domain of Greyhawk and the free land of divers is actually marked as a political boundary. The border is here. Okay. And then the border between... March, the Vale. Okay, hang on. Let me check something with the borders and how they're represented. We need to find the key, and I think is it in this? It's either in this bottom part. Hang on. It is not in this bottom part. That's that area is where the cataclysms happened. Xerxes, Scarlet Brotherhood, Suloids. Shenanigans. It was in this corner on this. No, it was in this corner. I just didn't go far south enough. I figured it was. Okay. All right. It's 598. So borders is imperial and national. Okay. Provincial, local, hostile. Okay, so hostile have the differing dot. Imperial, national. Okay, so peaceful borders. Poorly defined and well defined. Okay, so the difference is how well defined it is. And okay, so let me look at, now that we have this. Whoa. Go back up to here. Greyhawk, this near div. South of near div, kind of this and Woolly Bay, kind of between the near div and Woolly Bay. Hardby is got this whole, okay. It's provincials, okay, Landgraftum of, all right, I see how it goes. Okay, okay, so that's just, or is it just the different color is because it's just over a different color? Or is it imperial? Are those the imperial ones? I think it might just be a color. Yeah, no, it's just a colorization thing. It just looks different when put over green. Okay, that's just it. Same theory. Okay, so yeah, the borders are the same. All right, there's divers up here. Ooh. Who does Cinderella? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. One thing you'll notice is that I get very easily distracted. So if we have a kind of chill one like this, where we're not going over any specific part of Greyhawk, I'll kind of end up all over the place, which is oftentimes either distracted by other stuff on the map or other stuff in the wiki, and then end up on a tangent learning about the deities, because there are a lot of deities in Greyhawk and they're really cool. Okay, the gem of the Flyness, and did much to ensure this moniker was justified. Fortunately, Archmage disappeared in 421. So, over 100 years after he got to be Lord Mayor, and no heir to inherit the title of Landgraf. Right, because he actually inherited the title of Despotrix of Hardby, and if he'd held that, he was the only one, because the previous Despotrix didn't have a male heir. And so he took the title of Despotrix, which was kind of like, Hardby had a whole, and Greyhawk had this whole thing where they're like, sometimes they were under each of the rules for Greyhawk's rule for a while, and then they weren't, and then they were like independent for like 100 years, and then they went back under Greyhawk rule. It's a whole back and forth thing. And then after the Greyhawk Wars, though, they were firmly within Greyhawk control, because the Greyhawk Wars, which was when the Pomarge was taken over. It was actually mostly taken on the Wild Coast, and I think 3 of the provinces of Ulick got taken over and then taken back, anyway, that Greyhawk War was a big deal. It was the 580s. Actually, the maps, the Flyness map of the 598 and 576 are actually mostly pre and post Greyhawk War. That's the main difference between them. So actually, well, anyway. Oh yeah, if that bugs you, you should tell me. In 498, after decades of zigzags, the land stat was therefore abolished, and the title of Landgraf permanently retired, and the free city directing oligarchy assumed political authority. The new Lord Mayor Peyrin officially proclaimed the Greyhawk to be a free city, though it had been effectively independent of the Great Kingdom's rule for over a century. Okay, so Greyhawk didn't officially become independent until like almost 500, which is interesting. But it was its own thing. That's probably why Divers is such a big... Anyway, the Greyhawk War, this is what was less direct had less direct involvement in the Greyhawk Wars than many other political entities around the Flyness, but because the truce was brokered in Greyhawk in 584, the war has come to be named for the city. Like I said, 580s. Early 580s, apparently. I mean, this was not where we intended to go, but okay. 7 important effects on the city, however, particularly that the unrest drove Hardby and the Wild Coast cities of Safety and Narwhal to resubmit to the rule of directing oligarchs. Right, Hardby had been independent for like 100 years at that point. Situation is unstable, however, is largely fear of Turashmak's humanoid raiders from the Pomage that prompted this move, and the Despotrics and the Wild Coast cities once again agitate for increased independence. Yeah, this is why I'm setting this in Hardby with this weird tension of, okay, Greyhawk Wars, but okay, also we want independence. This is a whole... It's a thing. It's for sure. Okay, hang on. Let me just check one thing. Yes. I have the notes open. Hardly lesbians. We're in 580. So, and then, okay, 580. Hang on. I'm just checking, making sure my dates are off. Greyhawk War. Open like a new tab. Yes, the Greyhawk Wars. Oh, 582 to 584. So it's right before the Greyhawk War starts, is where I'm setting the one shot that I'm doing for Virtual Greyhawk Con, which I will again add to the chat. You should go check out, because it's going to be awesome sauce. As with the war, the city has seen an influx of new citizens. Some of these are wealthy diplomats, and some are nobles who have contributed significantly to the Greyhawk's coffers with the purchase of various counterfeit titles and documents. Many newcomers to Greyhawk are destitute refugees and merely using the city as a base for hatching political plots and intrigue across the Flyness. In particular, there are persistent rumors of covert Scarlet Brotherhood operations, because of course there are. The post-war situation for the Free City is therefore mixed. Greyhawk's finances are in the best shape they've been since the Gate's departure, but the city faces significant challenges arising from political instability and increasing criminal activity. Ooh, okay. This is fun. So, post-war shenanigans. The Free City of Greyhawk is located in the central Flyness. Yes. Okay, there's the Cairn Hills in Mid-Bay. Elmshire, hang on. Oh, Grossick Grottle is also on the... Okay, hang on. The map says... Hang on. Oh, is it just a spelling error? Grosset Grottle. Did I put... Okay, well, we'll see. Or did I spell it wrong when I searched it? Anyway, which is easternmost part of the continent of Auric on the world of Orth, the city. Okay, so Elmshire. Let me find this map. And Elmshire is that's up. No, Cairn Hills. Hang on. Verbabonk. That's Greyhawk. Hang on. Castle Greyhawk. Elmshire here. So that map there is part of this map here. You can see the Mid-Bay. All right. This version of the map, I don't know who drew. Well, actually, it should have a view author information. File history. it does not, oh, the Doom Grinder. 1998 Doom Grinder. Okay. That's where this map is from. Yeah, you try to, if, like, for example, if I use Anna's maps, let me actually put give me half a second here. I don't really use Chrome all that much, but I do because I need to use Firefox, my regular Twitch stream, and then, I have, anyway, Anna B. Meyer is awesome and makes these coolest maps, and basically you should all check her out. Alright, so, oh, that's the wars. Hang on. No. There we go. Free City of Greyhawk is divided into 8 quarters: Thieves' Quarter, Slums Quarter, Artisans' Quarter, Clerkburg, and Foreign Quarter, the River Quarter, Garden Quarter, and the High Quarter. Generally speaking, the poorest section of towns are to the south, on the lower ground, while the wealthier quarters are to the north, at higher elevation. The Thieves' Guild and Slum Quarters are known collectively as the Old City, while the other 6 quarters are referred to as the New City. Alright. As a note, immediately outside the walls include Shacktown, Barge End, and Stone Ring. And the different grand estate and manor houses, mansions. Embassies, grand estates, manor houses, embassies. The only notable business here are the Patricians Club, the Royal Opera, and the Wheel of Gold. Okay, here's a question. Okay, so they have the Royal Opera, right? This is an interesting question. If Royal Opera, then who king, like, is it the Over-King? Was it built by the Over-King? Like, because it's a free city, and it was, I mean, since 500, so past 90 years it's been its own. I mean, the Royal Opera could have been built before that, but let me, in the High Quarter, is a misnomer from the very start. There's never been a royal ruler of the city of Greyhawk. Exactly, you see? Once the most elaborately decorated building in the city, the Royal Opera was neglected for the past few decades until it was disgraced with its repair. Finally, grants from several noble families allowed the renovation to begin. The half-elven grand diva of the opera, Estrella Chanfarel, is actually a Greyhawk dragon who uses their power, influence, magic, and followers to actively, but secretly, work against the evil in the city. Hang on. A dragon? A race of dragon in the world of Greyhawk campaign setting. The dragon creatures known to have made journeys to other material planes where they have come to be called steel dragons. Okay. On human or demi-human form, they must still eat as much as a dragon. Consequently, they disappear every 2 weeks or so to hunt. Greyhawk dragons are omnivorous, but prefer fresh meat. They prey on wild animals, avoiding domesticated beasts whose slaughter might be remarked upon. I mean, typically do well and make their homes in large cities, such as the Free City Greyhawk, where they live as and among humans and other humanoid creatures. Okay, here's the thing. If they have to eat like a dragon, I mean, the amount of food you can plausibly consume as a dragon. This is an important note, because, all right, so if you're only eating every 2 weeks, right? How much are you eating? 1 cow over the course of, like, how much do you eat on those hunting trips? Because if you're eating, say, like, 3 deer every 2 weeks as part of your guys to make sure you eat enough food, you can consume that much food as a human. You just have to have, like, 6 or 7 meals a day. You just have to pump up your consumption of food enormously, which means huge grocery bills, right? But you can, in a city where if you pay cash in a city, no one, and split between different grocery stores, no one would notice that you're eating like 5 or 6 times what an average human consumes. So, like, you can just buy all your food. You don't have to go hunt. I feel like that's more to, like, a political statement. I mean, granted, that's with the modern food chain thing, but depending on how many other dragons and humans there are in the territory and what the food supply is like, I mean, is there enough extra to support 10 people? Well, how much more? But even still, if they only hunt every 2 weeks, there's it seems unlikely in a proper large town like Greyhawk that they couldn't get away with just buying that much food. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me overthinking things. The Royal Opera, yes, which was the Estrella Chanfarel, the Grand Diva. Although, to be fair, buying that much food it's already expensive enough to eat human, like, freaking pay a human amount of food, because food is freaking expensive. So if you're living in this, if you don't secretly make a lot of money, although if you're secretly a dragon, and living in the city, I feel like you're rich, because that's how that goes, right? Just a thought. Okay. The Grand Theater. Okay. Page does not exist. Okay. So the Royal Opera House was... So, 20 performers, 10 stagehand, are employed by the Opera House. There's known and long-standing rivalry with the Grand Theater. They both ridicule the other socially engaged things like to throw vegetables, and it's not been unknown for things to get out of hand and result in rare violence. Okay, so there's another theater in Greyhawk where they're beefing with. But if it was built, well, because I know the city of Greyhawk did never have a royal, but they did have, it was part of the Landgrafdom and therefore the Great Kingdom, so it could have been built during that period where they were under control of Great Kingdom, maybe? I feel like that's plausible, but okay, yes. Unlike much of the rest of the city, after dusk, the streets are well lit by street lamps in the High Quarter. Ooh. Some which are magically stained glass globes maintained by the Lamplighters Guild. Oh, wow. Okay. Garden Quarter, Clarkburg, the Halls, Old City, Thieves Quarter, Slum Quarter. Okay, there's just pictures, which are cool. Religion, languages, heraldry, economy, resources, currency, transportation, military. Yes. Okay. So, this is not what we need. It's cool and interesting, but not what we need. Although we're kind of loosely going off of stuff, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but more like, what's the technical term? If you want to do something other than Greyhawk all the time, because the Free City's interesting and the land around it also interesting, which is what we were getting to until we got distracted by the more interesting internal tidbits. Or if you want to keep going, let me know in the chat. I'm just doing what sounds cool to me, but I know, you guys are watching too, and it's supposed to be a collaborative. It's better. The stream is more fun if it's collaborative, is my point. As of 591, this includes the city proper, as well as the town of Hardby, the Celoten River, most of the Cairn Hills, northern Wild Coast, including the town of Narwell and Safeton. Hang on. When did they get... Oh, 591, because they probably got in under parts in Gnarly Forest and Aborals. Let's see. Yes. Trading outpost of the Celoten, so it's specialized in local wooden garments. Town developed strong textile and meatpacking industries. From the early days, Greyhawk was ruled by the warlord who took the Landgraft of Celoten. This first Landgraft's son was then married to the Gynek of Hardby's daughter. Okay, so under 4 common year, the Greyhawk came under the domain of the city of Eredy. Okay, so Gynek of Hardby, hang on. Let me check something real quick. Hardby. All right, let me look at Hardby and when that was founded. Because I think there's a date on Hardby founding, and if that were the case, then they wouldn't have had the first Landgraft wouldn't have been around before. Oh yeah, minus 278. Okay, so it was sometime between negative 278 and 4. Okay, that's 278 years, but all right. Putting down dates is hard sometimes. I get it. Early history, rise to Romans, decline, and recovery. Post-war situation. In the domain. Okay, so Free City Greyhawk actually had less direct involvement in Greyhawk Wars than many other political entities across the West because the truce was, okay. Known as the Plain of Greyhawk. Okay, now we just have to find... Grosset... Oh, hey. Grosset Grotto. It is on here. Okay, good. Notable locations. Okay, so we do. So that's all we know. You know what? We're gonna make the page. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that. here's how. I mean, we can't do much with this. Let me look at the map. The Greyhawk Peninsula is a gnomish town in the Greyhawk Peninsula on the hills of the Greyhawk Peninsula, fairly far inland from the river road. No, which river? That's the Celatin, right? Yes, Celatin. Okay. The Neen River. There's a lot of rivers. Okay. Fun stuff. Okay. Sorry. Ugh. Okay, I'm crashing hard, but we're gonna boom. We're gonna see what we can. I'm gonna put make a thing so that when it when it searches it doesn't, because I feel like it. But Greyhawk Wars, right? No. Domain of yes. Okay, so population of 60 or more. Okay. So population of under 900. Ruins of Robar's Keep. Ooh, about 6,950, making it largest city north. Roughly 160,000, including the larger towns of Safeton and Elmshire. Okay, Elmshire, dang, Elmshire is really cool. Okay, Elmshire has its own page. Okay, host temples and shrines to deities, including all of these guys, which... Okay, and fiends is forbidden, and such cults, though they have many followers, do not have a public presence. Evil religions that have established a base in the city in recent memory include those of Incabalus, Ayus, Nerul, and Vecna. Okay. More deities are worshipped at other settlements of the day of. Okay. Gnomish city. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Gross. Okay. Humanoid lair camps. Okay, hang on. Grosset Grottle. Okay. Question is, yeah, no, we're not going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do that. What we're going to do is go here again. Boom. Good. Orphan. Depending on what we can find. Maybe we'll put what we can do is new article templates. This is what we want. That way, if there is any publications with information on Grosset Grottle, someone else can put them in. That's what you do with wikis. You kind of back and forth with them. All right, here we go. We ready? Let's see. Article, astronomical object, author, character, creature, deity, holiday, item, language, organization, plane, road, realm, settlement. That's the one. Settlement. Okay, so we got all this. Okay, so gotta make sure we spell it right. O-S-S-E-T-T S-S-E-T-T G-R-O T-T-E-L T-T-E-L T-T-E-L. I think I forgot the first set of T's when I searched it, which is why it didn't come up. But, you know. Let's see. Here we go. All right, stub. Spelling is going to be a whole thing. E-T-T. I'm going to be an expert at spelling this. G-R-O-S-S-E-T-T. G-R-O-T-T-E-L. Realm size established. Only enter the year number, which we don't have. Government, alignment, religions, authority. Non-residence established. We don't have that. Okay, we have. I think Hamlet is how it was. Okay, domain of, here we go. Nope. Oh, domain of Greyhawk. We're going here. Let's see. A gnomish villages in Hamlet. All right. Village. I'm going to say it's a village, not a hamlet. The hamlet of Hamlet. Yeah, because it's got its own thing. The difference between a village and hamlet, as far as I can tell, is living in a hamlet that's trying to become a village, legally. At least under New York state law, which, frankly, is bullshit in the way they treat like, settlements. And really is not working. Like, just, ugh. I hate it. I hate the way they put stuff together. And the legal way towns are... It just bugs me. That's all. They have, like, villages within them, and it's like, if a village could have a legal standing but not be its own town. Like, we have our own school district, but we don't legally exist as an entity that collect taxes. Like, what? How even? Like, why? Why? Okay. Like, it just doesn't make sense. At least in my perspective. I'm projecting a little. I don't know. But yes, I'm gonna say it's a village. Gnomish. I'm gonna have to put we're gonna find some information on gnomes and Greyhawk, and then we're gonna link that to the Gnomish village. In the domain of Greyhawk. Okay, domain of Greyhawk. That gets a boop boops, and then you get a boop boop. Yep, domain of Greyhawk. Gnomish village in the domain of Greyhawk. Let's see if we can't find a little bit inland from the eastern bank of the to the east of the Selatin. So it's just north of the city, east of, that way is west, east, okay, assuming that we have the north, let me check that. Does it have the standard north, south, east, west, is what we want to know. It should have a little, because it should have a little, well, alright, we're going to have to run the assumption that north, because actually, you don't technically have to do north is up, so usually they have a little thing in the say that says north is up, just so you know, and then if they're doing it, it's more important if you're doing something other than north equals up. But okay, so, anyway, Little Majiggy, what's it? Okay, so little bars. Okay, that's up there. Okay, so it's on the river. It's on the eastern. Yes, but yeah, western bank, western side of the Selatine, because it does flow. Okay, northwestern side of the Selatine. To the northwest. Yes, northwest side of Selatine. Okay, so let me see. Oh, there is a spot for that. All right. No. Okay. Let's. All right. Let's hit yes. Save page. Okay. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna go like this. Boom. Let's see if we can do this. Ready? There we go. Now we just need to go here. Let me try something here. We're gonna go copy. Beautiful. I think we just pop that up one. There we go. I think that should do that. There we go. I don't actually object to gnomes. Oh, hey, there's a lot of references to places, so it clearly exists. Okay, so there should be information about it somewhere. The question is where, and can we find it on... Is it buried in other parts of the wiki? And if so, can we find it? Let's see what we can find. You ready? Lost mine. Okay. Let me in a Greyhawk and check something real quick. Does the lost mine have Maxwell Manor? Okay, no, but we have Gnomish. Gnomes. Okay. All right, so if we're gonna go here, edit. We're gonna go. Alright, let me just tweak the thing real quick. Yep. Nope. Fixing links. Okay, we're gonna put the S on the outside. We're gonna do that. I think we can do that. And then this is just yet. Gnomish. Yep. Fixing links. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Boom. Yes. Haha. Alright, let me... Gnome is boom. I actually want to go back to Gnome in a minute, but... Let's see. Free City of Greyhawk. Free City of Greyhawk. Okay, so... Free City of Greyhawk is the one... Free City of Greyhawk, and then Free City, and then bop that. Beautiful. Okay, Selatan River, I think, has Selatan. Did I spell Selatan right? Selatan. Yes, I did. Okay. And we should be able to do this. More fixing links. Beautiful. Save changes. Okay. Selatan River. No. Okay, let me just check something real quick. If Selatan has its own page. 10. So, Selatan, hang on. Selintan. That's why I spelled it wrong. Okay, never mind. I spelled it wrong. Hang on. Let me try this again. Selintan River should Selintan River. Yep. Fixing spelling. Name changes. Okay. Yes, the Selintan River does have its own Wajigawitsa. Okay. Alright. Now, the question then becomes... Let's open this in a new tab. Ready? Religion. Merlaster and the... Okay, so... The Greyhawk is 80,000. Alright, so... No more than once every 5 to 10 years. Raised for almost 20 years before being sent to school. Okay. Gnomes trade with elves, halfling, and dwarves more often than humans due to some mutual distrust. But human communities are perfectly friendly with gnomes and trade them clothing, food, and spaces in exchange for work metals, gems, and ores. They will trade for salt and raw steel. Closely with burrowing animals such as badgers, wolverines, and weasels. Very young gnomes are paired with such animals which they bond very closely to and learn the languages of. Smurfniblin, sometimes swollen with moles, shrews, rats, bats, and giant rats instead. Gnomish companion animals are never changed. They are allies, not never caged. They are allies, not pets. Hate and are hated by both goblins and kobolds. Normally dwell in shallow cave complexes close to the surface. Gnome villages can be hard to find as they are blended with nature, and even artificial structures are often constructed to resemble trees, rocks, or hills. Though naturally hill-dwelling folk, ocean goblinoid threats have driven many gnomes into the plains of human-dominated lands where they seek help to reestablish their heartlands. Many, too, exist with elves in the woodlands, where elves are actively working with human interests, so are the gnomes. Hill gnomes often share living spaces with dwarves and are brave, tough folk who are loyal to their neighbors and fight side by side with them, while not particularly fond of water. Gnomes are more willing than dwarves to live in such areas, and gnomes have even been reported dwelling in bubbles of undersea air and undersea caverns. Gnomes have also been reported in the Arctic and places with mild volcanic activity. Dude, gnomes are cool. Other gnomish populations. Cairn Hill's a small clan. Okay, Elmshire, some. Grossengrottel, domain of Greyhawk. Okay, hang on. 1L. Okay, hang on. It's just a question of names. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me, fuck. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask somebody else to merge it. If no one else does, then we can merge them. But we figured it out. We learned a thing. Okay, 3 days by coach, northwest of Diamond Lake. The Garden Hills Trail enters a deep region of steel crags pocketed with natural caverns. 5 of these caverns lead to an interconnected series of gnome villages called Grossengrottel. The gnomes of Grossengrottel specialize in rare gems rescued, that's one fun way to say mine, from subterranean depths, but each of the 5 villages focus on a different trade or specialization. All told, some 800 rock gnomes call the place home, although a quarter as many expatriates live in Greyhawk itself or in the mining towns surrounding it. Able gnome wardens and gem-encrusted constructs stand vigil over the surface entrances to each community, and gnome visitors are subject to lengthy gnome suspicion. Dang, okay. So it's interesting. We're going to have to merge those. But, hi! I was just about to end, it is exactly 1 o'clock for me, so I was just about to end the thing. But Delport, welcome. Our topic today was mostly Grossengrottel, and the domain of Greyhawk. The funny thing is, I actually created, funny story, Grossengrottel on Anna's map is only spelled with 1 L. It also, I will note, is spelled with 1 L. The domain of Greyhawk, the domain of Greyhawk, small town, village and hamlet list, Grossengrottel, which, wait, hang on. That's spelled without an E. Dang it. Okay, hang on. There's 3 different spellings of it. And that means that because there are 3 different spellings, there are 3 different, you can't link the, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Domain of Greyhawk, is what we're going to go do. This is how we're going to do. We're going to go to Domain of, which we did. It didn't, okay, we're going to move out of Hardby for now. Divers, we can do another day. Okay, first thing we're going to do is fix the frickin', okay, we're going to put, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fix the spelling of it on this list. That's how we're going to play this. And then I'm probably going to sign off because I know, I'm sorry you came so late, but I appreciate you stopping by. Let me go edit. We're going to fix, that's how we're going to do this. We're going to do, okay. This is why spelling is important because freaking, okay. I couldn't find it because I spelled it wrong searching. Then I put it, or it spelled wrong here. So I've created it after, I went to Greyhawk because I knew, okay, 2 T's, and, okay, we're going to put 2 T's and 2 L's. Hang on. Okay. 2 T's and 2 L's. We're putting 2 T's and 2 L's, and then we're going to put here. Okay. Fort, camp, yes. Gross E, put the E in here. Model / okay, we're gonna put it like this. This is how we're gonna do. Okay, hang on. Let me, spelling nonsense. Okay, we're gonna hit this. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go like this. Ready? All right. Okay. Where? Geography, metal settlements, little locations. So where was that listed? Narwhal, Grosset, Divers, Greyhawk. There's another list. And it's somewhere here. Notable locations, population, religion, languages. Grosset. Okay, here we go. Administrative divisions. Okay, so Grosset, that one leads to this one with the 2 L's. And, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a fun little... And this one leads to 1 L. Okay, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to put both with 2 L's. Actually, no. Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, we're going to put both with 2 L's, because... No, we're going to put both with 1 L. And then we're going to copy-paste... Yes, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to put them both with 1 L. Because that's how it's spelled on Anna's map. So I'm going to say... And that's how I think it's spelled... Should be... Okay, we're gonna just... Actually, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to go back... We didn't make any changes. Okay, let me check something on the 2 L's. Because I think... Hang on. That's 1 L. Let's see. Administrative divisions, 2 L's. Okay, let's do the 2 L's. And then, okay, so 2 L's has all of these things. Okay, so it's spelled with 2 L's here. And then... hang on. Basically, yes, Grosset. Okay, now let me check on Grosset. The 1 L. You know what we're gonna do? I know how we're gonna do this. I know how we're gonna fix this. Go to... Grottel. Yes, Grossetell. 2, yes, okay, so okay, so Grossetett. Okay, yes, and then we have a link to, you know what? Sloppy merge work, okay. Yes, and then, see, Grossengrottel. Okay, so, alright, yep, we're just gonna, hang on, we're gonna edit. Nope. How we're gonna do this is, that's how we're gonna do that. That will do that, and then we'll... $800 gnomes, roughly 800. Residence. Okay. That's pretty cool. I do not know. Oh, sorry. I got so involved. Highlighting was a good idea. Okay, let me, let's just do this. And then yes, okay, now it looks gross and okay. A little bit better. We'll have to sort it out better later. Okay, so, but, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. But I meant to end the stream. Okay, and you didn't have to, okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Out of curiosity, what your preferred local tongue, is the preferred local tongue Grossegrotto? They speak common natively. I'm pretty sure they probably speak Gnomish natively. I would guess they most probably familiar with the world of Greyhawk as you are, but I know the spelling, crypts, and linguistics are always changing fields of study. Yes. Okay, yes, that is a hard. Perhaps a disambiguation would be an easier patch than changing the title of different entries. Yes, they would be, except that I had already made the 2 entries. So basically, I'd have to redo that whole thing, and I'm not going to redo it now. This is just a temporary patch until either I or someone else gets around to merging the 2. That way you can have different versions of the word coexist. I don't know where the name Grossegrotto came from. My guess it's Gnomish. Given that it's a Gnomish town, yes, a redirect or something of the sort would be, but the question is which version of the thing is the official one and which one isn't. And that is above my pay grade. So basically, I'm going to punt that to somebody else to fix and just tell them that it's there and put both versions so that people can click through the links and find the information. Just, that's my goal for the quick patch, because I was going to end the stream at, my goal was to end the stream at 1, and, it is 1:09. Oh, Sig, yes, the Grossegrotto, is it spelled with 1 L or 2 L's? Essentially, also welcome to the stream, Divers, Flyness, Furundi, Garley, Shieldlands, Greyhawk. Okay, let me just do Free City of Greyhawk, Domain of Greyhawk. I want to show you something. So, here we go. You ready? There's this town, Grossegrotto. Okay, it's spelled with 2 L's on this map. On Anna's map, it's with 1 L. So we got Grossegrotto here. And then we have here, just work with me here, Grossegrotto. Okay? Now, with 1 L, this is what I created this one because, and actually it's spelled wrong. It was spelled without this second E on the list of settlements, so it wouldn't have gotten to this page anyway, but, anyway. So I had to fix that. But, so in the City of Greyhawk, Dragon Magazine, From the Ashes campaign book, Claire's Guide to Greyhawk, Return of the Adventure Begins, and Doomgrinder, and then Dragon Magazine, Return of the 8. So, hang on. The 2 L's, it's basically it's spelled with 2 L's. Okay, it is spelled with 2 L's, so Anna's map is the one that's wrong. Okay, in which case, alright, Anna's map is the one that spelled it wrong. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna, I don't know how to make it into a redirect, though. So, what we're gonna do is fix it later. I'm pretty sure it's 2 L's. I usually go with Anna's, but I am pretty sure, no, the office, yeah, Anna's has, everywhere else it's spelled with 2 L's, it's just that this automatically finds the 2 L version, I think. Yeah, the 1 L, all of these are the 2 L versions, it just found them automatically because it realized it was similar enough, which the search function couldn't do, but that's a whole other story. But no, essentially, and the links didn't work. The office would be basically this. Official means published by Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast published it with 2 L's. So Anna's map, while one of the best maps is, I would go with all the Wizards of the Coast publications over Anna's map. That's what office it is. But yes, we are ending the stream because it's, and we're going to raid into Neko Boy, who is super cool and a lot of fun and a good friend of mine. So we're just going to raid in and say hi. And, yes, we'll tell Anna at some point. And, but yeah. Thank you guys all for coming to the stream, and we are off.